you wrote 2 books, and obviously like writing these takes so much work. So I was really wondering like, how do people like you like who have so much like background in research like, and now you need to communicate this like, how do you really approach like focusing specifically on mass spec, and did you have a certain audience you want to target? I also noticed that um you had like some review questions at the end of the sections, and like you also really seem to love like the history, like you touched on before, like the history of these discoveries. So did you have a specific motive like when you're writing this?
Yeah, so this, yeah, for anybody who's out there looking to write books about something, I can say multiple things about it because I've gone through the whole process with Academic Press, which was the original publisher, and I've done self-publishing. I've just had a lot of different experiences with it. And the first thing I would say is, if you're doing this to try to make money, it's not you're not going to make a lot of money doing this. So that definitely should not be your motivation. But what I the positives of it has been it really allowed me to learn a lot more about the topic than I originally knew. Another motivation was, at that time there wasn't much out there in terms of using mass spectrometry in biotechnology. So it actually, there was a large audience who was interested in this, and as a result, there was a lot of people who read the books that I put together. So that would be another lesson from this: is don't put together a book in an area that is already saturated with books. Yeah. You only put the effort in if you know a lot of people are going to look at it. And I have to say, overall, it was a time-consuming but ultimately worthwhile process. And I think I did it relatively young. I started it when I was in my late 20s or so. And it turned out to be a great process, simply because it helped establish me in the field of mass spectrometry at a very early stage. I think that's another valuable aspect of doing this sort of effort, is that your name becomes associated with knowing about the field very well at a very early age. So those were the lessons for me. You're not going to make money. You're going to learn a lot, and it helps establish you in your career.
I see.
I just also want to say I was also very lucky that I had an assistant at that time at Scripps, her name was Jennifer Boydston, and she was really interested in writing. She was an SDSU student at the time in creative writing, and it was really nice to have her go through what I was putting together, because she made the books much more interesting.